Good morning and welcome to Longview, Texas for the DYB 10U Texas State Tournament. Happy Independence Day. I'm Finn Hensel with Jim Adelot. Jim, can you tell us about these teams?
We have this morning we have New Diana and New Chambers playing. New Diana is trying to stave off elimination. They have already lost one game to New Chambers earlier in the tournament, and if they can turn this one around in their favor, they will force a sudden death winner-take-all game where the winner of that one will advance to the World Series. And we're just kind of waiting to see how this one's going to play out here.
Some high stakes this morning.
Yes. Good little Texas tradition and United States tradition on Independence Day.
What a way to start it.
Yes. Looking for some good action here with this game.
Two good schools.
Yeah.
About ready to go here. Diana is the visitor and East Chambers is home.
Apparently they
All right, leading off for East Chambers is going to be Cash Burrows, the shortstop, number 1. Pitching for New Diana is going to be number 13, Bennis Reese. And here's the first pitch. Inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That'll even it up with a strike on the outside half of the zone. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 on the upper half. That'll get a pitcher's count going with a 1-2 for New Diana. There's a 2-strike. High and inside, that'll even it at 2-2. Low, and that'll work the count full. First at bat, and we got a full count. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for East Chambers. And that'll bring up number 2, Sayer Ferguson. Strike 1, 24. Oh, 1. That'll be outside for a ball. Little pickle. And this one's out. Runner takes off for second. And he'll be up easy. So East Chambers already got a runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's a 1-1. This one's a chopped foul and out of play. This one's hit, and that's through into the outfield. That'll be a single, and that's runners on the corners for East Chambers. Runner takes off for second. Runner coming home. And that is a 1-0 lead for East Chambers as the runner advances all the way to third. And there's still no outs for East Chambers in this first inning. Well, that was just hard hit to the outfield there.
That was a good hit.
This one's hit, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop. No run from the third baseman. So there's a first out for New Diana, but East Chambers still has that runner on third. And that'll bring up their 4-hole, number 5, Carter Littell. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 to Littell. This one's hit, and there's a single into the outfield. That'll get past the left fielder. That'll bring in a run. The runner going to second. He's in there. An RBI double to put up East Chambers 2-0. East Chambers hitting the ball hard already. First pitch to number 7, Jace, in there for a strike. And here's the 0-1. High, that'll even it at 1-1. This is a little blooper in the infield. Down, it'll get over the second baseman, and that'll be a single, an infield single for number 7. So that'll put runners on the corners again for East Chambers as they bring up the 6-hole, number 4, Luke Jones. Here's a pitch to him. Low, that one gets away. Runner's coming in from third, and he'll score. The third run of the inning for East Chambers, and the runner from first also advances on to second on that pass ball. And that'll bring a visit to the mound. This one's hit to second base. Easy throw to first for the second out, but the runner does advance to third. So it's 2 down for East Chambers, runner on third. This one's hit to second, flip to first, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So New Diana is able to get out of it, but gives up 3 in the first. So that'll be 3-0 East Chambers. All right, after that 3-run strike from East Chambers in the first, that'll bring us to the bottom. And pitching for East Chambers is number 10, Ethan Williams. Leading off for New Diana, number 6, Liam Haller. First pitch is hit out and foul. Here's the 0-1 to Haller. That one's high and tight, and that'll even the count at 1-1. This one's hit down the line, down the third base line. He's rounding in first. He's going for 2. Here's a throw. He's in there, New Diana, with a leadoff double to start the bottom of the first. So after the leadoff single by Haller, that'll bring in at number 2, Sayer Ferguson, the shortstop. First pitch swinging, and that'll go 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swinging strike 2. And Williams is already ahead 0-2 on Ferguson. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul tip, just caught it. Staying alive. Stays 0-2. Here's the pitch. This one's shot foul again. Looks like New Diana is trying to score some runs early here. They only scored 2 in their last matchup yesterday with East Chambers. Here's the 0-2. Outside, that'll be the first ball count. 1-2. Here's that 1-2 pitch. High, and that'll even it at 2-2. After 4 straight strikes and foul balls, Ferguson's battling here and evens it up at 2-2. Here's that pitch. Slow, and that'll work the count full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 to Ferguson. Foul tip, but caught by the catcher, so that'll be a strikeout for the first out of the inning. With that out, brings up number 13, Bennett Reese, the pitcher. Let's go, Big Ben. Trying to bring in that run on second for New Diana, get him on the board early. First pitch to him. This one's hit into left field, and that's down for a single. Now advance the runners to the corners. First pitch swinging and just drives it into the gap in left field. Good swing on that ball.
Yeah, Diana is not going down without a fight, apparently.
Looks like we'll see some runs here early. With that, we'll bring up number 4, Bryce Smith. That's high. And that'll first pitch be 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Smith. In there, that'll even it. Runner goes, no throw. So now New Diana has 2 runners in scoring position on third and second, and a 1-1 count to 4-hole Bryce Smith. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Caught it foul, and that'll go 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging, got him. Big out for East Chambers. They needed that. So with that, brings up the 5-hole, number 12, Judson Milliken. Steps off. Here's the first pitch to him. High for a ball. That's low, and that'll go 2-0 to Milliken. New Diana led off the inning with a double, but that runner is only at third right now after a single moved him over. Here's the 1-1. That'll go 3-0. If we get to him, on deck is the catcher, Henry Richardson. Here's the 3-0 to Milliken. That's in there for a strike. Here's the 3-1. Oh, it didn't hit him. Seems to be all right. He'll jog down to first. That'll load the bases for New Diana. Bringing up catcher, number 5, Henry Richardson. All right, bases loaded. 2 outs for Henry Richardson here. Here's the first pitch to him. In there for a strike. Oh, 1. Inside. Pass ball, but the runner will not go from third. That'll even the count, though, at 1-1. Here's that 1-1. Outside, that's 2-1. Two and 1 to Richardson. High, and he swings through it. That'll even it at 2-2. Williams trying to get out of the early jam here. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3, got him to end the inning. Ethan Williams pitches out of the bases loaded jam, and that'll do it for the first.
Diana has to, they have to capitalize in situations like that in order to stay in this game.
right, back in the top of the second. First pitch to number 3, Huff, is outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to Huff. Inside, that'll work at 2-0. Here's the windup and the pitch. High, and then I'll go 3-0 to the leadoff Huff. It's 8-9-10 for Chambers here at the start of the second. Here's a 3-0. And that'll be over his head for the 4th ball. That's a leadoff walk for East Chambers. With that, we'll bring up the 9-hole pitcher, Ethan Williams. First pitch, in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 to Williams. It's inside. Runner takes off for second on the pass ball, and it'll be up easy. East Chambers already with a runner in scoring position at second. Count even at 1-1. And here's the pitch to Williams. And he hits it foul. That'll work the count 1-2. Here's the 1-2. This one's hit high to left field. Oh, foul ball. Looked like it was going to find some green grass in left field, but it just went foul. To Williams. And that's low. That'll work the count even, 2-2. Wind up in the pitch to Williams. This one's hit to, the pitcher snags it and gets the out at first, but East Chambers advances their runner to third. That's the first out of the inning for East Chambers on a hot shot back to the pitcher, which he snagged, just did an easy toss to first. This one's hit high in the center, and that is down. Number 8, Keller hits a single, which will score Huff and put East Chambers up 4-0 in the second. First pitch, that's chopped, foul ball. Hitting now is number 6, Kason Pinder, trying to add to East Chambers' lead here in the second. This one swung, and that'll be 0-2 to Pinder early. Pinder steps in on an 0-2 count here with 1 out in the second. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's strike 3 swinging. New Diana gets a second out of the inning on a 4-pitch strikeout. And that'll bring up number 2, Judd Huff. And first pitch, he swings and hits one second. Easy flip. in time for the third out of the inning. So New Diana gives up 1 run in the second, and East Chambers extends their lead 4-0. We'll be right back. So Ethan Williams comes back out to pitch in the bottom of the second after dodging danger in a bases loaded 2-out jam. Leading off for New Diana. It's number 0, Eli Jones. First pitch to him now. Swings through it for the first strike. Here's the 0-1 to Jones. Swinging, strike 2. Quigley down, 0-2. To Jones. Outside for the first ball. They'll put the count at 1-2. And here's the windup and the pitch. High pitch, but he fouls it back into the screen. I'll keep the count at 1-2. One-two from Williams. Low. That'll even it 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to third baseman Eli Jones. And that's inside, and that'll work the count full. New Diana's done a good job of working the counts already in this game. We're only in the second inning. Here's the 3-2. And that's low, and that'll be a leadoff walk to Eli Jones.
Yeah, Diana's running up pitch count on Williams.
So like they haven't hit him. They just couldn't capitalize in the first inning.
Hey, load big and early.
All right, that'll bring up Eli Roquette, number 1. He's got a runner on first, and here's the first pitch to him. Shows bunt. Inside, pulls it back. That's time for East Chambers as coach is going to go talk to his pitcher. So the visit to the mound's over. Here's the second pitch to Eli Roquette, and that'll be high for ball 2. (2-0) now. That's high and tight, and that'll go 3-0 to Eli Roquette. Williams walked the first batter of the inning. He's on first now, and he's pitched a 3-0 count to Roquette. 3-0 to him now. In there for a strike. That'll go 3-1. Here's that pitch. And that's low, and that'll be the second walk of the inning.
These young men from Diana are showing some good patience at the plate, drawing these walks.
Williams' pitch count is already up high, up to 38, only in the second inning here. So now in steps number 15, Owen Boney. First pitch is in there for a strike. To Boney. In there for strike 2. Ethan Williams walked the first 2 New Diana hitters of the inning, but now is got ahead 0-2 to Boney. Here's the third pitch. This one's hit foul.
Hey, look at Coach, Owen. Look at Coach. Got it, Obo.
So Ethan Williams in 2 innings is already up over 40 pitches, and he's yet to record an out in the second inning. Another pitch to Boney, and that one is also hit foul to keep the count at 0-2. That one swung on and missed. Ethan Williams gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning. With that strikeout, we'll bring up number 16, Sawyer Amos, the first baseman. Trying to capitalize with 2 runners on here. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one's low and gets by the catcher, and that'll advance the runners to third and second. So with 1 out, New Diana has runners on third and second with number 16, Sawyer Amos. Here's the 1-0, shows bunt, pops it up, but I'll go back foul. So that'll even the count at 1-1. Looks like New Diana's trying to play some small ball, get some runs on the board.
Which is exactly what they need to do. They need to keep moving those runners.
You know, find some momentum. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. So that'll put Ethan Williams ahead 1-2 on number 16, Amos. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. Here's the 1-2. That one's hit foul as well. Really good plate discipline for this New Diana team. Here's a 1-2 to Amos. That one's cut on and missed. That's a huge number 2 out for pitcher Ethan Williams. First pitch to Cohen Stovall is swung on and missed for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Low, and that'll even the count at 1-1 to Stovall. One. High. That'll work it. 2-1. To Stovall. High, and that'll work it 3-1. This inning's playing out really similar to the past inning. New Diana gets runners on third and second, and they're trying to load the bases here with 2 outs. Here's a 3-1 to Stovall. In there, and that'll work the count full.
But 3 out of the 5 batters this inning worked the count full, running up at pitch count.
At this rate, Williams is not going to be able to stay in too much longer. Bottom of the second, 3-2 count. That one's cut on, fouled. Stovall battling here. We'll see if New Diana can score after all these base runners the last 2 innings. They've already had 5. Here's a 3-2 pitch again. And that one's low, ball 4. That'll load the bases for New Diana again. So bases loaded now with 2 outs, and in steps Harrison Hagan, number 33. Trying to put some runs on the board for New Diana. Here's the first pitch to him. Cut on and missed.
Good, 3.
0-1. Outside. Pass ball, but the runners will not go. So I'll even it at 1-1. Williams got out of the last inning without a runner scored and a bases loaded, 2 outs. Can he get out of another one here?
He's pushing the envelope.
Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. All right, here's the 2-1 to Hagan. Inside, and that will work the count 3-1.
Let's go, 3s.
Time's called for East Chambers. There's nowhere to put Hagan with this 3-1 count.
Now Williams is looking at walking in the first run for New Diana here.
And that ends the players' meeting at the mound. So Harrison Hagan, the 12 hole, trying to get some runs on the board for East Diana. Here's the 3-1. That's low and away, so that is ball 4, and that'll walk in the first run for New Diana.
And that gets a goose egg off the scoreboard, and we'll see how they react to that.
That might be it for Williams. He's pushing his pitches.
And that
He's
will
up
be
to 60 now, and that will be it for Williams.
young man put on a good show. Got a very good arm on him. 9 and 10-year-old.
Heck, he probably would have struck me out if I was 11.
He kind of has an intimidation factor going with these younger boys because of his actual speed.
He does. He just seems to be a little wild. So after that walk by Harrison Hagan, that'll flip the lineup for New Diana. Back to their leadoff, Liam Haller, who led off New Diana's bottom of the first with a double down the line. We'll see if he can bring some runs across for New Diana, add to this score of the second inning.
If he's able to do it again, we're going to have a new ball game.
See number 11. New pitcher for Easton Chambers is number 11, Stratton.
It'll definitely be a different opportunity to bat for New Diana here. This pitcher does not appear to have the arm that Williams did, at least not in the warm-ups that we're seeing.
He only needs one out, though. We'll see if he can limit the damage here.
New Chambers does have a good defense, so a ground ball could be the end of this for New Diana.
So we're back. And leading off now is Liam Haller, who already is 1 for 1 and has a double in this game. First pitch to him, high for a ball. One out to Haller. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count at 1-1. Here's the windup and the pitch. Outside, 2-1 to Haller. In there, that'll even the count at 2-2. Big pitch, 2-2 here. That's hit to the shortstop, flip to second, and that's the third out of the inning. So East Chambers limits the damage, giving up only 1 run in the bottom of the second. So it's 4-1 East Chambers, and that is the end of the inning. right, we're back here at the start of the third. East Chambers still has a 4-1 lead, but New Diana is able to get on the board in the bottom of the second after East Chambers walks in a run. East Chambers is back to the top of their lineup with number 1, Cash Barrows, leading off. First pitch is in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back. That'll put pitcher Bennett Reese ahead 0-2 early. Here's the 0-2. It's hit to third, bobbled a bit, and it's not going to be in time. This one gets past the first baseman into the dugout, so that'll advance the runner. We have an infield single, and it goes into the dugout, which advances the runner to second. So another leadoff runner in scoring position for East Chambers. That brings up number 24, Cade. Here's the 0-0 to him. In there for a strike. Oh, 1. Strike 2. Right down the middle. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, that'll put the count at 1-2. One-two pitch. That one's chopped foul. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. That one's hit foul again. One-two pitch. Outside, that'll even the count at 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. This one's hit to second. Snagged. Picked it up, and it is going to be no play at first. So no outs and runners on the corners again for East Chambers. That was hit hard to the second baseman, and he bobbled it, and he just couldn't get the play at first in time.
Took a big bounce, and I don't think he was expecting it, and he never could recover from it.
The end of the grass can be tricky. It'll jump up on you.
It will.
Now hitting is number 50, Cullen Richards. He's got runners on the corners. Here's the first pitch to him. High for a 1-0 ball. Runner takes second on the pitch, no throw. Here's the 1-0 to Richards. High, 2-0. Pitch. This one's hit hard, and that'll get through into left field. That'll score a run on the single by Richards. So that puts East Chambers up 5-1 in the top of the third.
Very good hard hit ball. The shortstop didn't even have time to make a move toward catching that one.
Both teams have been hitting the ball hard today.
They have.
And this one's hit high into center field, and that'll be caught by the left fielder. The runner tags from third, and that runner scores. So that'll be 6-1 East Chambers on the sac fly. And this one's popped up. Little talk in the infield, and it's drops in the infield. But the runner that was at first does not run to second, so they get the force out on a little odd fielder's choice there. So that's the second out of the inning for New Diana, but East Chambers still has a runner on first. That brings up number 4, Luke Jones. Here's a count to Jones. This one's ripped down the line, but it'll be foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one's popped, little blooper, and it'll be caught by the pitcher. That's the third out, but 2 runners come across for East Chambers. That'll do it for the top of the third. All right, welcome back to NETSN. Bottom of the third here in Longview. 6-1 lead by East Chambers. Leading off for New Diana is number 2, Sayer Ferguson, the shortstop. Here's the first pitch to him. High, that'll go for a ball, and that'll start him off 1-0. Here's the windup and the pitch. This one's hit back to the pitcher. Easy play for Winger, and he'll get the out at first. That'll bring up the pitcher now, number 13, Bennett Reese. And here's the first pitch to him. Low little chopper to the shortstop, gonna be a tough play. Off the bag, and he's safe. He beats it out at first. That was a slow little roller. It was gonna be a tough play either way.
Yeah, slow roller, forced the shortstop to make a quick throw, and he brought the first baseman off the bag.
Just enough for Reese to beat it out at first. So we're bringing the 4-hole now, Bryce Smith. First pitch, inside for a ball. Run on first, 1 out. Here's the second pitch to Bryce Smith. In there, that'll even the count at 1-1. One pitch. High. Ball 2. That'll go 2-1 to Smith. That's high for the third ball. It'll be 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one's hit foul, and that'll work the count full. A lot of full counts for New Diana.
A lot of them. These boys are showing great discipline at the plate.
3-2 pitch. Low, and that's another walk. So New Diana has had multiple runners on in 3 innings now. We'll see if they can capitalize. East Chambers, both pitchers for him so far, Winger and Williams, have struggled with throwing strikes. Not there though, he starts him off with a strike. He now is number 12, Judson Milliken, second baseman. And here's the 0-1. High, that'll work at 1-1. One pitch to Milliken. High, and that'll go 2-1. Swung through, and that'll even it at 2-2. High, another full count. One out in the third, 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. New Diana is just really battling every count hard. They're not going down easy.
No, they're not.
High, here's the 3-2 pitch. And that's high, and that'll be ball 4, and that'll load the bases again. The third time New Diana has loaded the bases in that many innings.
With 1 out.
And that'll bring a visit to the mound.
And the way I understand the winner of this game, if it be New Chambers, they will advance to Montgomery, Alabama to the World Series. And New Diana will be given the option to go to Ozone as the runner-up.
But if New Diana wins,
If
we
New
will have
Diana wins, we'll play another one.
we'll have a game 2 right after. So it's these two teams have already played yesterday, and East Chambers came out on top.
Still early in the third inning, and we still have a little bit of ball game left. Things could change, especially with loaded bases.
First pitch to catcher Henry Richardson. Inside for a ball. One out to Richardson. Swung through. That'll even it at 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. Swung through again. That'll put him at 2 strikes, a 1-2 count to Richardson. And it's a high one, and that'll be strike 3 to Richardson, a huge out for East Chambers. So with that, brings up number 0, Eli Jones. Time. Here's the 0-0 to Jones. I'll be outside, another ball. Second pitch is in there for a strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. This one swung through, and that'll be the second strike, working the count 1-2. 2 outs, bases loaded, 1-2 count to Jones. Here's the pitch. Outside, that'll even it at 2-2. 2-2 to Jones here. This one's hit hard to the second baseman. Up with it, fires to first, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So East Chambers gets out of another bases loaded jam, this time with 1 out, and that'll do it for us at the third. Gosh, another one. All right, we're back here at NETSN for the top of the fourth. New Diana strands the bases loaded again in the third, and they're sticking with their pitcher, number 13, Bennett Reese. Leading off for East Chambers is their pitcher, number 11, Stratton Winger. This one's hit hard to second base, bobbles, and he'll beat it at first. So a leadoff runner already for Chambers on the first pitch of the inning. That'll bring up number 3, Huff. Here's the first pitch to him. This one's hit, little blooper to second base, and that'll be caught. First out of the inning for New Diana. In now is number 10, Ethan Williams. This one's hit to center field, and that'll be caught by the center fielder. So back-to-back pop-outs on back-to-back pitches. And after the leadoff single, New Diana might get out of here with easy numbers. So 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to number 8, Taylor Mealer. That'll be low for a ball. 1 out to start. Here's the 1-0. That's high. 2-0. Now. In there. First strike of the at-bat, putting the count at 2-1. Wind up and the pitch. Oh, and that hit him. So a hit by pitch puts runners on first and second for East Chambers. With that hit by pitch, we'll have a mound visit for New Diana. Number 13, Bennett Reese, has pitched the whole game thus far for New Diana, and he will stay in.
Let's go, Bennett!
Up to this point, it's been a fairly short inning for Reese.
Yeah, we've had some long innings. I think every single inning has had multiple base runners. First pitch in there for a strike. In now is number 6, Kason Pinder, and here's the 0-1 to him. That's a swinging strike, putting him at 0-2. Two runners on, 5-run lead for East Chambers, and here's the 0-2 pitch to Pinder. This one's hit up, down the right field line, and it'll drop foul. 3 players running after that one, and it just barely slipped out of the glove. The 0-2 to Pinder. This one's the hit foul and out. So another foul ball for Pinder. And East Chambers is battling here with 2 outs, trying to maybe extend their lead. Pinder steps in. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swinging, strike 3. So New Diana gets out of a 2-base jam with 2 outs. That'll do it for the top of the 4th here. We'll be back shortly with the bottom. All right, we're back here in NETSN for the bottom of the 4th. East Chambers is sticking with number 11, Winger. And leading off for New Diana is going to be number 1, Eli Roquette. Here's the first pitch to him now. In there for a strike.
Those on the line. Let's go, Rocket.
0-1 pitch. High, but a swinging strike, and that'll go 0-2 to Rocket. Here's that 0-2 pitch. Low for the first ball.
Load up, let's go. Battle.
Wind up. And the pitch.
Get up.
High, and that'll even it up 2-2.
You got this one, have fun.
Low, and another full count for New Diana.
Keep battling. He's smart.
Here's the full count pitch to Rocket. Swings through it, and that'll be strike 3. Winger gets a leadoff strikeout. And with that, we'll bring up number 15, Owen Boney. First pitch to him now. That's low.
Go, Owen. Starts off, Owen.
Here's the windup and the pitch. That's high. That'll be ball 2 to Boney. Here's the 2-0. In there, first strike. And the 2-1 is outside. That'll put the count at 3-1. Seems like with every at-bat, either the pitcher or the batter comes back to even it up. Here's the 3-1 to Boney. Swings through it, and that'll be another full count. How many full counts are we going to get today? My goodness. 3-2 to Boney. And he swings through it. So Winger gets his second strikeout of the inning. And with that, we'll bring up number 16, Sawyer Amos.
With all these full counts, it kind of helping Diana out by running up the pitch count, but we've also got a factor of the clock is starting to work against them.
Mm-hmm. They better score, and they better score fast. First pitch to Amos, and that is in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. That's high. Even it up, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Amos. That's in there for strike 2. 2-2. Outside, that'll work the count 2-2. Even count, here's the pitch. This one's a hot shot to second base, and it rolls past. And that'll be an infield hit for Sawyer Amos, so a 2-out hit for New Diana, and that'll bring up number 8, Cohen Stovall. Here's the first pitch to Stovall. That's inside for ball 1. This one's hit and it'll go foul, which will even the count at 1-1. One pitch now to Stovall. That's high. That'll put it at 2-1. Two-one pitch. In there, evens it up at 2-2. So New Diana down by 5, bottom of the 4th, 2-2 count, 2 outs. And that's strike 3 swinging. Winger gets him to end the inning, strands a runner on first, and that'll do it here for the bottom of the 4th. East Chambers due up in the top of the 5th. All right, back here in the top of the 5th at NETSN, East Chambers leading 6-1. First pitch to Judd Huff, number 2, is in there for a strike. Second pitch, swung, and that's chopped foul. Quickly behind 0-2. To Huff. High. First ball of the at-bat going 1-2. This will probably be the last inning. New Diana will get a chance, but they're going to need to put up 5 to extend this game. Here's the 1-2. High, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Reese to Huff. That one's hit foul. To Huff. Called strike 3. Bennett Reese gets the leadoff strikeout. Assuming Reese finishes the inning, he will have pitched a complete game. Whether or not they win or not, in this heat, that is an accomplishment.
That is absolutely right. Young man's done an excellent job.
He has. All right, back to the top of the order now for East Chambers, and here's the first pitch. That's high. That'll be a ball to number 1, Cash Barrow. Here's the 1-0. This one's hit down the line. That's a foul ball. He hit that a ways. That would have gone to the fence if it was a fair ball. They'll put it at 1-1 to Barrow. Here's that pitch. This one's hit high and foul. So that'll go 1-2 to the leadoff man and Barrow. Here's the 1-2 from Reese to Barrow. This one's hit foul. Ooh, off the foot of Barrow. Oof, that never feels good.
Not off the top of the foot like that.
Seems to be all right. Stepping back in now. 3 foul balls. We got a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 from Reese to Barrow. This one's hit over the shortstop, and that'll find the gap between left and center field. Rounding first, going to second is Barrow, and that is a 1-out double for East Chambers. They're trying to give some more insurance.
If memory serves me correct, I believe this is the first inning that New Chambers has not had the leadoff batter on base.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Bennett Reese was able to retire the first batter, and it looks like he'll stay in. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a ball. So it's 1-0 to Cade Goudry. And here's the second pitch to him with 1 out. That one's hit straight foul, which will even the count at 1-1. And that one's tipped back into the catcher's glove, so that'll put it at 1-2. Pitcher Bennett Reese has not gotten a lot of strikeouts, but he's been pitching to contact very well. East Burroughs have just managed to sneak several through the infield. They're hitting the ball hard. Here's the 1-2. This one's hit back up the middle. Runner's coming around third. He will score an RBI single for East Chambers. That'll put them up 7-1, and that might do it for Bennett Reese.
Definitely need to give that young man a hand because
he pitched quite a ball game.
Pitched a real good ball game
in this hot Texas heat.
Yes.
So in now, pitching for New Diana is number 2, Sayer Ferguson, coming from shortstop. While he warms up, we'll take a break. All right, we're back here in NETSN. That'll do it for starter Bennett Reese. Hope that young man wore some sunscreen because he was out there a while. Now coming into pitch is number 2, Sayer Ferguson. It looks like starter Reese is going to go to second base. Former second baseman Milliken is going to go to short. And then Sayer Ferguson was shortstop, now in the pitch. He'll be pitching to the 3-hole, number 50, Colin Richards, who's got a runner on first in 1 out. Here's the first pitch to him. That's down, and it'll go past the catcher. The runner takes off, and he's up easy at second base.
You're good, go for the stretch.
Here's the 1-0. This one's hit hard to right field, and that'll get over the right fielder's head. That's going to be down for extra bases. He's rounding second. He's going to third. That's an RBI triple for number 50, Colin Richards, and that'll bring a run across.
Hey, you're good. Hey, keep going.
He hit that a country mile.
Yeah, when he first hit it, it looked like it could have a chance to get out of here.
It looked like it one-hopped up against the fence out there. And that'll bring in number 5, Carter Littell. And this one's hit hard to second base, and it gets past the shortstop. And that'll bring in a run.
Let's go, boys.
And that'll make it 9-1 East Chambers.
Stay.
Here's the first pitch. And this one is hit to third base. And they'll go to second and get the fielder's choice there, and the runner will be safe at first. So there's the second out of the inning for New Diana.
Let's go, 2.
First pitch now. That one's hit foul for the first strike to number 4, Luke Jones. A 1 pitch to Jones, and this one's hit. And it's going to be caught by this shortstop, so that'll end the inning and the bleeding for New Diana. This will be New Diana's last chance in the bottom of the 5th, down by 8. We'll be back in a second. All right, we're back at NETSN here for the bottom of the fifth. And what looks like will be the last half inning. New Diana needs to put up a big crooked number here to stay alive. East Chambers is sticking with their man, Stratton Winger, who came in the third inning and has looked pretty solid since.
Yes, he has. Diana, as you said, only has 3 outs to get this one done, and they need to bring 8 across just to extend this game. Or it very easily could be New Chambers advancing on to the World Series.
Leading off for New Diana, it's going to be number 33, Harrison Hagan. And here's the first pitch from Winger to him. In there, lead him off with a strike. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed, so that'll put him at 0-2 to start the inning. After Hagan, it'll be the top 2, Haller and Ferguson for New Diana. And there's strike 3 looking. The first out of the inning is a looking strikeout for pitcher Winger. So now stepping in is leadoff man Liam Haller, the center fielder. Here's the 0-0 pitch to him. This one's hit up in the air, looking after the catcher, and it'll drop. No one's going to get there for and that'll go foul for the first strike to Haller. Here's the 0-1. That's outside, and that'll even it up at 1-1. That's low, and that'll be ball 2, putting the count at 2-1. This one's hit hard, and it'll be caught by the second baseman for the second out. So New Diana is down to their final out here in the fifth. They would need quite the 2-out rally here. Here comes the current pitcher, Sayer Ferguson, in to hit. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one nicked him. He'll go to first. So a runner for New Diana. And that'll bring in the third hole, number 13, Bennett Reese.
Be big, Bennett. Be big.
First pitch to him. That'll be low, and he'll get past the catcher. The runner takes off, and he'll be up easy at second. Takes a turn, but he eventually retreats back to the base. So New Diana has a runner in scoring position here, but they've only got 1 out to work with. This one's hard to third base. Up with it, throw to first, and that'll be the last out.
And they're going to line it up over on third base, but I'm not sure if that's just a team meeting or if that's it. Well, it looks like Diana's coming back out on the field. This could quite possibly be an hour and 45-minute time limit.
We were told that that last one was going to be the last inning, but it looks like we'll play one more here. Coming back with the top of the 6th, here in a second. All right, top of the 6th here at NETSN. New Diana sticking with their new pitcher, Sayer Ferguson, who came in last inning in relief of starter Bennett Reese. Leading off for East Chambers, number 11, Stratton Winger, their current pitcher. Here's the first pitch to him. That'll be low for a ball. Here's a 1-0 to Winger. That one's in there, and it'll even it up at 1-1. Here's the pitch. In there, that'll work at 1-2. Ferguson quickly up in the count. Here's the 1-2 to Winger. This one's popped up in the infield. Back. That'll get out of the reach of the shortstop, so that'll be a single for Winger. Leadoff runner on for East Chambers, and that'll bring up number 3, Dave Huff. Here's the first pitch to him. That one's low for a ball. One 1-0 pitch to Huff. That one's high, putting it up at 2-0. This one's hit foul for the first strike. Here's the 2-1. That's high. That'll put it at 3-1. East Chambers has a runner on first, no outs. That one's hit foul, so that'll be a full count to Huff. Here's the pitch. Cut on and miss. That's a big strikeout for pitcher Ferguson. So New Diana gets the first out, and in comes number 10, Ethan Williams. Here's the first pitch. This one's hit down the line, it's gloved by the third baseman, throw to second, get him. What a throw over across the body to get him at 2. So the fielder's choice puts us at 2 outs with a runner on first. So in now is number 8, Tyler Mealer. Here's the first pitch to him, and that's low. Runner takes off for second, and he'll be there. So the first pitch to Mealer is a ball, and Williams takes second on this pitch. Here's a 1-0. That one's there. It's going to even the count up at 1-1. It's a 1-1. That's cut on and missed, putting the count at 1-2. So 1-2 count to Mealer. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Runner on second. East Chambers up by 8. Here's the pitch. That one's high. That'll put it at 2-2. And Williams takes third. Two pitch. Strike 3, and that'll. That's a third out. So it looks like this will be New Diana's final chance to extend this ball game. Down by 8. We'll be back here with the bottom of the 6th. All right, we're back here with the bottom of the 6th inning. East Chambers is up 9-1. New Diana's going to need a big inning here. East Chambers sticking with their pitcher who came in the 3rd, number 11, Winger, who other than a couple of walks has pitched a really, really nice ball game.
Yes, he has.
All right, leading off for New Diana, number 7, Bryce Smith. Here's the first pitch to him. That's in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. This one hit foul and quickly. Winger is ahead 0-2 on Smith. Here's the 0-2. High, and that'll be the first ball, putting the count 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Inside, and that'll even it up at 2-2. Here's that pitch. High, and that'll go full count. Winger steps off. Smith has worked the count back from 0-2 to a full count. New Diana's just had so many full counts today, and here's that pitch. This one's hit back to the shortstop, bobbled. Quick throw over, but Smith beats it out at first. That'll be an infield single for New Diana, a leadoff runner on.
Good job, Bryce.
So with Bryce Smith on first, incepts Judson Milliken, the shortstop. Here's the first pitch. This one's hit foul.
We on it, Judd.
Oh, 1 to Milliken from Winger. That'll be low, putting the count at 1-1. Throw back to first, not in time. One pitch. This one's hit hard, and that'll be caught by the first baseman. So Judson Milliken pops out, and that'll bring up the catcher, Henry Richardson.
Now Diana is down to their final 2 outs.
East Chambers was just able to put up enough insurance runs throughout the game to build a strong lead. All right, here we go with the first pitch to the catcher, Richardson. This one's hit hard and up. It's going in the infield. It's going to be caught by the second baseman for the second out. So now in steps number 0, Eli Jones.
Yo, Jet. Be big, bud.
Here's the first pitch. Swung through. That'll be 0-1 for the first strike. Second pitch is inside, working the count 1-1.
You got it, Jet.
1-1 pitch is hit foul down the line.
Hey, you're on him, Jet.
It looked like if it would have been fair, though, the first baseman would have been able to get a glove on it.
74.
All right, 1-2 pitch to Jones. This one's popped foul, battling. Jones trying to keep the line moving. Winger trying to slam the door. This one's hit to shortstop. Easy grounder to second, and that'll be it. East Chambers wins 9-1. State champions 10U.
And they will advance to Montgomery, Alabama to the World Series. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations also to New Diana. Had a good tournament, just weren't able to get it done this time.
Yeah, they just run up against a little bit better caliber team, but they did good by getting here. So congratulations to both of them.
But East Chambers, the Bucks, have won the Diamond Youth Baseball U10 Texas State Tournament. Congrats to them.
before we get started, boys, turn around, look at your parents, and look at your coaches. Give them a big round of applause and tell them thank you. Our home team and runners-up for this competition is from New Diana. Batting first was the center fielder, number 6, Liam Haller. Batting second was the shortstop, number 2, Sayer Ferguson. Batting third was the pitcher, number 13, Bennett Reese. Batting fourth was the sub in center field, number 7, Bryce Smith. Batting fifth was the second baseman, number 12, Judson Milliken. Batting sixth was the catcher, number 5, Henry Richardson. Batting seventh was the third baseman, number 0, Eli Jones. Batting eighth was the left fielder, number 1, Eli Rocket. Batting ninth was the sub for right field, number 15, Owen Boney. Batting 10th was the second baseman, number 16, Sawyer Amos. Batting 11th was the right fielder, number 8, Cohen Stovall. And subbing in at left field and batting 12th, number 33, Harrison Hagan. All right, our visitors and champions for this tournament are from East Chambers. Batting first is the shortstop, number 1, Cash Barrow. Batting second was the catcher, number 24, Cade Guidry. Batting third and subbing in at left field, number 50, Cullen Richards. Batting fourth was the first baseman, number 5, Carter Littell. Batting fifth was the center fielder, number 7, Jace Montgomery. Batting sixth was the second baseman, number 4, Luke Jones. Batting seventh was the third baseman, number 11, Stratton Winger. Batting eighth was the right fielder, number 3, Dane Huff. Batting ninth was the pitcher, number 10, Ethan Williams. Batting 10th was the left fielder, number 8, Tyler Mueller. Batting 11th was the left field sub, number 6, Kaysen Pinder. Batting 12th was the right field sub, number 2, Judd Huff.